Hello and welcome to another episode of It Was Mooney, your source for all things movie, streaming, and pop culture related. I'm your host, Kaosi, and I'm joined always by Moana. And once again, we're joined in studio by our friend of the show. What's up, Eric? How's it going, brother?
Yo, dude.
Yeah, man. Good to see you.
That was a terrible... That's what happens when white people are given and they're just like, here, man, here's a handshake. And I'm like,
it was a very failed attempt.
I've known you for how long, and I still haven't figured this out.
We don't have a secret handshake. We just give really longing nods to each other with our eyes like this, just looking each other's eyes. So, yeah, I love that. As always, this episode was recorded before we went live. Studio Ostrich. Wani B. I know, right? Still
he's
here.
He's in a weird outfit now, but
Dude,
I'm here
we got
for
him
it.
sunglasses now. Do you see him? Do you like it?
Yeah, it's interesting.
I thought it was a bit much, but Juan thought, hey, why not put some sunglasses on him?
We gotta get a little ostrich buddy, a good.
We really should.
What do the kids say? Drip, good drip.
Yeah, he gets some drip, get some ribs for Mr. Ostrich. But Wani B. So what we got on tap for today's show, man?
So today we have another trailer trash episode.
Oh, yeah.
We go over the trailers for a movie called Wolves with an F spelled incorrectly on purpose.
On purpose.
And then Moana 2, a teaser trailer for Moana 2. After that, we introduced a couple of new segments to the show. We're trying to get creative, have new ideas for y'all. First segment is called Pitch Please. Kaosi comes up with some creative movie ideas that he's going to try to pitch to us with real actors, real directors, the whole works, and try to sell us on his ideas like we're movie executives. And then a new segment called a one-shot. Basically,
Yes.
we got a Wheel of Fortune type situation. We're going to spin a wheel. You might be able to hear it in the background. We're going to spin a wheel.
You train the ostrich to do that?
Dude, the ostrich can spin the wheel.
That's in. I thought he was just standing here for show the entire time.
Hey, just watch this.
Dude,
Right?
that's killer.
Right?
Got some multi-talented
It
ostrich.
That's
took
killer.
a while. It took a while, like a little bit of coaxing. Yes, the ostrich
killer.
is racist, but it's cool. Like it knows how to spin the wheel. But yeah, man.
That's great.
But yeah, so the concept of one shot, y'all, is we spin the wheel. We basically we have on our wheel different streaming services and then different genres. We'll get to spin it twice. So, for example, we'll spin it once, land on Showtime, spin it again, land on comedy, and we'll go in, try to find the random show. Basically has one shot to impress us. We'll give it a review next week, let y'all know what we think, watch the first episode and see if it's worth continuing on, see if it's worthy of your time. Try to give some shine to some stuff people haven't seen,
Yeah.
or frankly, sometimes shit on stuff that doesn't deserve to be seen by anyone else. Right? Should be a fun concept.
Yes,
So kicking us off, obviously we got Eric here, we got Kaosi. Big news today, y'all.
Oh man, we're gonna get
Trump
into it.
was found guilty on all charges.
On all of them?
All 34.
That's so many.
All
All
34.
34. I do
That's-
think they become a felony. For those at home, I think basically the case, I mean, I'm sure most people have heard of it, but
Yeah, it's
basically
the
the
biggest
case
story
was
of the day.
he fucked a porn star, paid her off to stay quiet, and the state successfully argued that those payments, those hush money payments were done, first of all, improperly. He didn't pay from his own money.
Which would have been okay. He's
He actually-
well
it's-
within his right to pay with his
That
own money.
is the funny thing. If he had just paid her from his own bank account, it would not have been illegal as
Things
far as
would
I
have
can
been-
tell.
Yeah.
But no, he wrote it off as a business expense. And y'all, I'm just going to say it. Fucking porn stars and paying them to keep quiet is not a legitimate business expense. Don't write that off in your taxes. I guarantee you it's not going to go well.
And that's bold.
Yeah, so anyway, so that came out. But the way it became a felony and it became a big deal, because as usually would just... The effect of this would he has to pay his back taxes, right? You wouldn't go to jail for ripping off the government on $20,000 worth of taxes. They just make you pay interest and penalties,
Right.
and they're not going to send somebody to jail for that. Where it became a jailable offense is that he was doing this. He was making these payments in service of his campaign. He wasn't doing this. He claimed he paid this off so that his wife wouldn't find out or that it'd be embarrassing for his family. But the state successfully argued that he did it to gain advantage in the election, and that's why it rose to the left to a level of felony, and that's why he might be potentially going to jail depending on appeals and all that stuff.
But Juan, I think the more serious question we got to ask is what does Ja Rule think of all this in the grand scheme of things?
Ja Rule, honestly, I'd be very curious. That motherfucker did Firefest.
No,
You remember Firefest?
this whole thing. I think the whole thing is kind of turning. It's been a circus. I personally hate politics, but it being the biggest thing.
We usually don't go into politics. Can I just say though, we do often talk about how Hollywood is into the nostalgia bait, making sequels to everything. Everything is licensed IP from forever ago. It's pretty wild that now the U.S. is getting into it with Civil War Part 2 and World War 3 coming, Cold War 2 kicking off. We got some real stuff here. We got sequelitis all the way up in politics and global order.
Yeah, but I'd rather it be on the silver screen than like in real life. It's because it's like too real sometimes, and this has been an escape, but I think it's funny how this guy has been like a figure throughout our lives, like from The Apprentice, from Home Alone 2, freaking cameo, and then all the way to the White House. Like he really kind of flipped his whole career from being businessman to like TV personality, then like leader of the free world. So like it's crazy just seeing all this. So.
It's a wild anime upgrade.
Yeah,
but, it definitely didn't. I know we don't like to get into politics too much, but the guy is pretty ridiculous. Dude,
another thing, and you know what? I knew they tried to overshadow this news I'm about to say with Trump's whole thing, just stealing the thunder, but have you seen the Deadpool and Wolverine popcorn bucket?
Oh, that's the real news of the
Have
day,
you seen this? Okay, well, I need you to pull this up.
Okay, we're going to pull it up, Jamie.
Because it's wild. So I think Dune 2 kind of like kicked off. Well, they've always done like weird popcorn buckets before, but like Dune 2 had the funny butthole popcorn bucket of the sandworm where he had like frills in there.
It was
Remember
like
that?
a fleshlight.
Yeah, a little fleshlighty
Fleshlight of the devil type.
Yeah. Type in Deadpool popcorn bucket reveal.
Reveal.
Yeah, they had like a whole little trailer
Everything
for
is
it.
revealed.
Yeah, and the marketing for this has been just on point. Just with right there,
popcorn.
Yeah, right
They
there.
have a whole trailer just for this, y'all.
And I thought it's fantastic.
We're watching it now. I thought this is not. Oh my god, this is for real.
It's real, Juan. So Ryan Reynolds definitely teased this for years. So we don't get copywritten, but yeah, man, for the viewers at home, it's a gigantic Wolverine mouth, for your popcorn grabbing pleasure or other things.
And your dick.
And your dick inserting pleasure.
It's so big, and
oh my god, y'all.
And it's Wolverine. Wolverine has always been a PG-13.
It's the OG Wolverine costume.
Dude.
Oh my god, they have the dripping butter. Yo, the design by Deadpool.
Dude, those are going to sell out so fucking fast.
They're already sold.
Honestly,
they're already sold.
You thought those
plastic.
D&D popcorn buckets sold out fast? Dude, these are going to hotcakes.
Do you think these are a bit far?
Dude.
Do you think they're taking a bit too far with the buckets?
No, I think Dune went too far.
with the sandworm
This
one?
is honestly more egregious in a way. The Dune one was suggestive, obviously, but this is clearly meant to be.
It's his mouth. It's the mouth.
I think it's a brilliant marketing.
It's Deadpool.
What a great way to
Deadpool. I'm honestly kind of blown away if AMC is willing to put this in their theaters and have people getting popcorn from this in the real world.
Do you know how many people will go to that theater to get that popcorn?
Just for the bucket?
A lot.
It's going to bring butts in seats.
A lot. But some woman shows up, some mother shows up with her 6-year-old daughter and gets traumatized. And
all it takes
is
one Karen, dude.
So
all it takes.
I don't think
there's a risk there. There's a risk there.
That's not that traumatizing, though.
It's not.
Like,
it's
you guys
not. It's
are,
funny.
I feel like
maybe I'm just too used to the Karen mindset.
Perhaps.
That's not that.
It's pretty suggestive.
It's funny.
It's pretty suggestive.
It's bad as an adult, but if you look at it as a kid, it's just like cool. A Wolverine popcorn bucket where you put your hand in his face.
Yeah.
I will say,
I don't know.
Deadpool is not a movie you should take your kids to. I mean, maybe they're like 13 or something.
I know in 2016, because it was so new, it definitely caught people off guard. So you hear stories about like people bringing kids, but this is like the first movie. By now, they've kind of told
I've
everybody.
seen people bringing kids to horror movies. People are just dumb about what they bring their kids to.
This one time I saw. Remember the movie called Don't Breathe? Remember that?
Yes.
Movie that's all about sound being quiet.
Yeah.
So opening night of Don't Breathe, someone brought their infant. So like throughout the movie and parts where like it was really quiet, you just hear like the baby. I'm not mad.
Just a fucking kid.
I'm not mad at the kid. I'm mad at the asshole parents that brought the kid.
Don't bring your kids to
don't do that. You're an asshole. Just PSA from It Was Mooney.
If your kid doesn't know how to be quiet during a movie, don't bring him to
It's not the kid's fault. The kid can cry all he wants. It's your fault for not having a schedule.
It has no control over its whereabouts.
But yeah, I just
has no ability to decide where it's about to head out to.
But yeah, that was that was the experience I had. But no, I hope this experience with Deadpool 2 and this popcorn bucket not only brings butts in seats, but hopefully brings people just to like, have a little bit of sense of humor, have some fun with this.
If y'all can't tell, y'all, we are very excited for this movie. As much as we have crapped on superhero movies, and as much as I'm still cautiously optimistic, as opposed to full on hyped, it's gonna be the movie of the year.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're definitely excited.
I don't want the most quality, but it's gonna be the most fun movie of the year.
Yes,
very
sir.
likely.
All right, man. So let's go into this first part of the show.
All right, so trailer trash time. All right, so I'm going to start off with the trailer for Wolves. So this is a movie, kind of a quick description. It's two cleanup men, I guess you could say.
Or fixers, quote unquote.
Fixers, hitmen, something. Yeah, kind of a fixer situation. If you've watched Ray Donovan, it seems kind of that.
That's such a good show.
Definitely Ray Donovan.
That's such a good show.
Great show.
I enjoyed that a lot. Good show. Good recommendation. But so they're kind of two Ray Donovans that end up being assigned to the same job, right? That's the takeaway I got from the trailer. And so kind of shenanigans ensue when it turns out not only are they suddenly having to work together, but the dead guy they're supposed to be cleaning up, the corpse they're supposed to be handling, is actually alive and has a bunch of drugs, just a couple of kilos at least, of cocaine. Or did they specify cocaine?
It's coke. Yeah.
And so anyway, shenanigans ensues. What do y'all think?
I noticed that. So the Harvey Keitel's character in Pulp Fiction, who comes to clean up the murders, his name is Mr. Wolf in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if that has anything to do with.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because he does the same thing, but in Pulp Fiction,
that is a curious.
When
What's
Jules,
Harvey Keitel.
Harvey Keitel, when
great actor.
When Travolta and Sam Jack kill that dude in the house, they have to call him to clean up the body and to make everything look nice, which I'm assuming is what these guys are doing in this trailer. So
that's what it seems.
There could be a.
That would be a very interesting reference.
I mean, they did spell it like that, plural, wolves.
Yeah, wolf
FS.
with an S, LFS.
Yeah, so, but
definitely a different. I mean, obviously, they're banking on us remembering the chemistry between Pitt and Brad Pitt. And
George you brought
Clooney.
that up, and with the Ocean's 11.
I mean, that was a classic. Those were classic movies. Carried in large part in just the sheer charisma and fun those two seem to be having with each other.
Well, it's been a while since I've seen George Clooney in like a role that I would want to see him in. Like, okay, I'm not saying these are bad movies, but like he was in that movie. He won that Oscar for Descendants, where he reconciles with his long lost daughter. I'm not gonna watch that, so this is a movie I would watch. Like I'm used to seeing George Clooney in really intense roles, but also sometimes like he was in Fantastic Mr. Fox when I was a kid. He was in Michael Clayton when I was a kid, which I didn't understand. I was talking to you about this earlier. It's great as an adult. But yeah, he's always been like.
But he's also been amazing in comedic, goofy roles.
Yeah, dude. No, absolutely he is. So I mean, one of his most known roles to me is Oh Brother Where Art Thou, which is a goofy freaking movie, man.
Yes.
But he kills it. So
even the Ocean's movies, he plays a slave character, but it's a comedic tone to it.
Yeah.
It's not a movie that takes itself seriously. He's a great versatile actor. Glad to see both of them. They're old men now. They're kind of on their way out from Hollywood a little bit. But
Yeah, and, well, I mean, Pitt was just in Bullet Train, and that was kind of
Yes.
a comedic role, and
Yeah,
he
last
did
year.
great. So, I mean, this should be.
Brad Pitt honestly has always been a tremendous character actor that just looks like he should be leading movies.
Yeah.
But his character roles is goofy, off the wall.
He's just too.
Remember
damn,
Burn Notice?
he's too damn handsome, dude.
Burn Notice. He was such a dumbass in Burn
He's
Notice.
too
but
damn
he did it.
handsome.
And honestly,
You
guys,
have
I've
to-
just
you have
I've
to
just
keep
been
him.
looking at this cast. So besides like George Clooney and Brad Pitt, you have Austin Abrams, Amy Ryan. You guys know her from The Office. It's
Michael Scott's wife.
Yeah, Michael Scott's wife, and John Watts is directing this. So John Watts did the 3 Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. So it's action. He also did a movie called Cop Car with Kevin Bacon and Clown, another horror movie. So he's done ran the gamut of a lot of Hollywood genre films. So seeing him come into this cool espionage kind of action movie with George Clooney and Brad Pitt, it looks pretty good to me. So I think it comes out September 20th.
September 20th on, is it theaters? It's an
Yeah,
Apple TV movie.
I believe it's saying it's coming to theaters. Yeah, it's coming to theaters. So it's an Apple TV movie, kind of like Napoleon. So Napoleon was the first Apple TV movie to go to theaters. This will be
I
the second one.
appreciate
So.
Apple doing
Right?
serious theatrical runs
Yeah.
for its movies.
Yeah, makes it grander.
I don't know if they made too much money, but Killers of the Flowers Moon was something that deserved to be seen on big screen.
Yeah.
Was
yeah.
Napoleon good?
I never watched it, honestly. I heard it wasn't great, to be honest.
Yeah, So
I feel like I should have, just because, what's his face? Joaquin Phoenix.
yeah, Joaquin Phoenix is great.
one of the
I'm
greatest
such a
actors of our
sucker for
time.
And Vanessa Kirby, who's also
so
in it.
good.
She's
Vanessa
fantastic.
Kirby is very fantastic.
Yeah, she's going to be Sue Storm. Speaking of fantastic,
Yes.
so
So real quick, second trailer of the day, Moana 2.
Moana.
This is just a teaser trailer. They kind of just show a bunch of scenes from the movie. Don't really have too much dialogue or too much story given away at this point. For the most part, I mean, it looks fantastic.
Yeah,
The animation
looks.
the
fucking killer.
art, the scenes. I mean, the first one was a spectacle, but they really went all out. At least in the trailer, showing us fantastic scenes.
Yeah, I liked the original Moana. It wasn't on my love was not like the same I put with Coco, but I enjoyed the first Moana a lot.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, The
Really good
Rock's
movie.
great singing voice. But just the look, not even from this teaser, and even going to the original movie, it looks gorgeous. Taking in that whole Polynesian culture, that whole aesthetic is fantastic. So we're coming up on, it's been 8 years since Moana, which is kind of crazy to think.
I think it's still great that they're using Alan Tudyk for the chicken.
That's who the chicken is.
Dude,
man.
there's a clip of him recording in the voice studio, just doing chicken noises, and he's like, "I went to fucking Juilliard,
Oh man,
and I'm doing chicken noises now."
no.
He's great, dude. Alan
kills
Tudyk is
Every voice.
underrated. He's such a good voice actor. Such a good actor.
My favorite of him, my favorite role from him ever is between Steve the Pirate and his
Dodgeball?
Yeah, and his role and his role in Firefly. I think it was
role in
Wash.
Firefly is-
Wash was an amazing character.
Did y'all
Yeah.
watch A Knight's Tale?
Yes,
Yeah.
him, Paul
Yeah.
Bettany, and
Heath Ledger.
Dude,
Oh,
there's
man.
there's a show that he has. I'm briefly just going to talk about this. It's called Con Man that you should watch. It's
where's it on?
I forgot what it's on, but
Con Man.
it's
Okay.
Con Man in the sense of he goes to nerd conventions a lot.
Oh, okay.
So he's a con man. Yeah,
Okay,
it's-
that's clever.
Alan
I
Tudyk.
heard it's great.
Man,
Yeah,
I can't
he's-
see Tudyk in serious.
in a
drama
serious. Yeah,
role.
no,
Yeah.
it's I
all
heard
right,
it's very good.
Do you think he can pull it off? Because someone like Sandler, I thought
Here's the
couldn't.
thing.
He
but
absolutely
He
could.
could.
Alan could do it.
But
yeah.
I don't
Absolutely
think you should put him as the lead of your movie. No disrespect to him.
Oh, you wouldn't have him being
I
like
wouldn't
an
have him
Oscar
be
Beatty
your
lead. Okay.
I could have him. You could have him be your supporting actor,
Okay.
like a major supporting role.
Yeah.
Okay. I can
But
rock with that.
I just
I rock
I
with
feel
that.
like
not
Alan-
buying him as
A leading man.
a leading man.
I feel like if you make Alan Tudyk a lead, serious, dramatic actor, he just turns into Ben Foster.
I can't unsee that
He
now.
just kind of turns into Ben
I
Foster.
can't unsee
I
Which
don't know.
I kind of liked him in his early role.
Yeah, he was in Hell or High Water. Talking
Hell and
about
High
Ben
Water.
Foster.
Yeah, he was
Hell and High
also
Water.
in I think like 310 to Yuma.
310 to
actually.
Yuma, he
They
was
were
in
both.
there.
So was Alan
Wait,
Tudyk.
the original
They were both in
310
310 to
to
Yuma.
No, the remake with
Russell Crowe?
Russell Crowe with
Crowe.
Christian
Yeah.
Bale.
Who
Yeah.
was-
Yeah.
I don't remember that guy's face. What was his name again?
It's
Ben Foster.
right?
Ben Foster.
Yeah, and then he was
the blonde dude.
Yeah, Ben
yeah.
Foster. Yeah,
He was also in
Bro,
that
his-
space movie with Dennis Quaid that was really good.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm talking about.
Right. Yeah.
You know what
man.
I'm talking about, dude.
Bro,
that one
Ben-
wasn't
Ben
bad.
Fo-
Yeah, I know-
Ben
yeah.
Foster's face
Yeah.
in 3:10 to Yuma when Russell Crowe shot him.
yeah.
That was some top tier acting.
Dude, Foster had some good
Ben Foster.
roles.
If you're listening to this podcast, we love you, buddy. You're a treasure. We love Ben
we
Foster.
love you too, Alan. Too.
And-
We're
yes,
not
yes.
trying to
Alan,
shit on
sorry.
you, I
yeah,
promise.
both beautiful humans.
I would love to see him in a serious drama role.
Oh yeah.
But I still think he would play better as a support, like as a strong character, supporting actor, Margot Martindale type role. You know what I mean?
But going back to Moana 2, so like I'm looking forward to it. I don't remember the first one. Probably got to go rewatch the Moana 1, but for a teaser, it did its job, showed us cool stuff.
Teaser definitely did its job.
Pandorum.
Thank you, Eric.
Teaser
Thank you.
definitely did its job.
Yeah, did its job,
I
bro.
will say, this seems like a little bit of a desperation play from The Rock. His shine has come off pretty
Yep.
hard.
His shine is coming off. He has that movie coming up where he plays that fighter that we talked about last week. So he's kind of coming back, but yeah, he's not the same old squeaky clean rock.
What was it? Black Adam
Black Adam.
bombed.
He was in all those Jumanji movies.
Those
Which
are actually
are-
pretty good.
They made money and they're pretty good.
That was still.
Oh, are we talking about bad movies he's in?
well, just recently.
He's
just
kind of had
recently.
a bit of a
Okay.
fall off.
And then you hear
Gotcha.
stuff about him showing up to set late, peeing in bottles, just
Peeing
being
in
just
bottles.
being a weirdo. Yeah. It's
being a weirdo.
No, and just again,
hey, Rock,
like,
stop being weird, Rock. Stop.
he clearly tried to take over
on,
DC. He clearly tried to take over DC. Put Henry Cavill back in. Tried to do all this
He made a
stuff.
play for it. Made a play.
And then the movie sucked so. I mean,
James Gunn was like, no.
I mean,
How about
the
no?
movie
I'm
sucked
firing
so hard
everyone.
How
that
about
they,
no?
they just gave everything to James Gunn instead, and James Gunn's like, "Y'all suck. Get out of here."
He knows what he's doing, though. I mean,
you know what?
look what he
James
did with
Gunn-
Marvel and shit.
James
Even the
Gunn's a
Suicide
legend.
Squad movies.
Suicide Squads were great. Peacemaker was great. Underrated.
Guardians movies
He
were good.
wrote Scooby Doo, the live action one.
Yeah.
He also wrote Dawn of the Dead, that Zack Snyder directed.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like,
That was
been
that
in
was
the
a
game.
top
Dude,
tier
he's
comedy
been in the
movie.
game for a while.
He's been in the game. Yeah.
No, and he has not missed in a bit. In a
Yeah.
minute, probably
Yeah.
Guardians 2 was his weakest film lately, and even that was at least passably solid.
And that was still a summer blockbuster.
Yes, it was.
That's
In its own
still
right.
that's still a B plus movie.
Yeah.
But Moana 2, we'll see if The Rock can get some of his shine back. For a bit there, I mean, he was the leading actor. You wanted to make a bunch of money. He was kind of the Will Smith of our time.
Yeah, he was
bit.
kind of everywhere.
Not as talented. I mean, he's talented, but not as talented and versatile.
I would say he's more
Will Smith.
the Chris Rock of our time. Because Chris Rock was once the highest paid actor.
Okay,
That's
I
true.
can see that. I can see that. I was thinking more like how Will Smith did a bunch of action roles, and comedy roles.
Yeah.
And then
He kind of taken that specific kind of like good-natured dude you just go and see and you have a good time when you watch the movie.
Yeah.
You don't have to think about it too hard.
But
He has definitely fallen off a bit. He's not an instant box office draw like he was a couple years ago.
Yeah, no, that's
we have
true.
about 6 months until Moana comes out. It comes out Thanksgiving of this year. Kind of snuck up on everyone with that. So
You know,
looking
if
forward
the
to it.
animation looks that good, it's hard not to at least be
Yeah, it's
curious.
a great family film.
Do you think out of the Disney movies that are coming out, this one's the most anticipated?
No, man, Deadpool.
Coming out for
like
oh,
animation.
for Disney
Yeah,
animation.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, like kids movies. And
I
stuff.
would say-
Do you
What
think
else
this
do they
I'd
is
say
have?
yeah.
What else do they have?
Inside Out 2 is
Inside
coming
Out
out?
2.
But that's Pixar.
But it's, I guess, under the Disney.
in the same umbrella.
Disney umbrella.
It's a different studio.
It's a kids animation.
It's a
movie.
different studio.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like.
Okay, that's fair. I would then say I would probably say Inside Out too.
Yeah, Inside Out 2 definitely has a huge audience, but Moana has a
Inside Out
gigantic audience.
was-
Does Moana really have that
It has
big
a
of
big
an
audience. Has a big
I,
audience.
one has a nice audience, but Inside Out was probably the last big Pixar movie.
Yeah, that one was huge that I
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
I remember that
Like,
one being
when
really
They've
it-
had
big.
some good movies since then. Luca probably would have been pretty big
But
if it wasn't
like-
for the pandemic.
They release it
But,
at home
I
and
mean,
whatnot.
it
I
was
remember-
not at the level of Inside Out was a huge.
I remember how like
Yeah.
people were talking about that movie for months afterwards.
Inside Out, yeah.
Inside Out,
It
yeah.
was again. It was up there with Up, with
That's
Wall-E.
the Amy Poehler one, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
with Toy Story. It's one of the Pixar. It's one of the Pixar greats.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I will definitely defend the movies. I'll give Inside Out the edge for now. But Moana 2 looked pretty nice. So hopefully
It would at the end of the year. We should do a box office to see who won.
Oh yeah, just
out of those
do
two.
like,
It'd be
yeah,
interesting to see
a retrospective. Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to it. So let's hope Moana 2 lives up to the first one because I really enjoyed that one. So we got next one.
Okay, so now we're going to introduce a new segment, Pitch Please.
Pitch, please.
So new segment, basically we're going to take a more creative tact. Kaosi is going to play the role of an up-and-comer
Scriptwriter.
idea man, director. He's going to pitch movies to movie executives / producers, me and Eric.
So you're just telling us what you think would make a good movie, and I tell you whether it would or wouldn't.
Yes, sir. That's
He's
a
going to
plan.
give us a couple of options, and we kind of critique his options, go over what we think, and then try to pick a movie to see which one we think should get made.
All right.
Well, hello, gentlemen. Thank you for listening out here. I know it was a busy night. So, first things first. Hollywood is on fire. It's dying. It's dying. Someone
I
killed
thought
it.
you meant on fire in a good way. That's
Oh, no. It's on fire in a bad way. People, the box office returns aren't going. People aren't going to the movies because ideas are gone. They're not fresh. But you have me, up-and-coming plucky Hollywood screenwriter Kaosi, to pitch you guys 3 projects, okay? So first, every studio needs this, which is your summer blockbuster. It's May, the kids are out from school, it's hot. You want to go into the theaters to see something cool on screen, and here's what you'll see. So here's my pitch.
I like that pun.
So, right? The world is in peril again, and only one man can come to its aid. Dustin Goldknocker, aka Agent Goldust, is the best there is. But when a terrorist organization from a generic Latin country threatens the world with a trio of satellites that control the weather, it's up to Agent Goldust to put the cookie dough down, put his foot on the gas, and stop this madman in the biggest event of the summer. It's basically the Bourne movies, Commando, and the first 15 minutes of Predator, all just smacked into one. It's called Gold Dust. It stars Alan Ritchson as Dustin Goldknocker, aka Agent Goldust, Sydney Sweeney as Mrs. Goldknocker, Daniel Radcliffe as Agent Goldust, guy in the chair, Javier Bardem as Juan Pablo Escobar, the dictator of the generic Latin American country, Melissa Barrera as Maria Escobar.
Juan Pablo Escobar. Can we take a second? Are you serious? Hey, bro, that's
What?
the most famous narco guy of all time.
No,
How are you?
it's Juan Pablo Escobar. This guy's different. See, it's ding 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 ding, not ding 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 ding. Yeah, see, it's different. It's not the same.
We'll allow it.
Yeah,
I am white, and I feel like I don't know enough about this actor to.
Javier Bardem.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the other dude, Juan Pablo.
That's not an actor. That's his racist name for the bad guy.
Oh, well, that's why I'm lost. Okay.
And then Keanu Reeves is Agent 77. And in every summer blockbuster needs a celebrity cameo. Pedro Pascal as a celebrity cameo. And this will be directed by David Leitch and Chad Stahelski. They did the first 2 John Wicks. David did Hobbs and Shaw, Bullet Train, and Chad Stahelski did John Wicks 3 through 4. And that is the summer blockbuster. My
Well,
pitch.
I
Gold
like
Dust.
I like the Pablo Escobar angle. He's very hot right now.
God damn it.
He's very in.
Yep, I did my research.
Everyone wants him.
I'm assuming this is some kind of meme for the fact I'm Colombian, y'all. There's no way this is for serious.
Is this intended to be
Racist.
a comedy drama or straight?
Oh no, it's an action. It's
an action
movie
movie.
with comedic elements. Alan Richardson is really good at delivering the funny with the action. Sydney Sweeney's kind of hot right now too, and
I vote
Yeah, she
for
is.
us changing the bad guys to generic Eastern Europeans. Those are hot villains right now.
Oh, you are correct about that. Yes.
Those are the hot villains on the street right now. Get some Modern Warfare vibes.
So would you guys greenlit this, or or should this go back to the writing drawing board?
I think it's actually a pretty fun idea. I like the Gold Dust name actually.
Gold Knocker. I like that name.
Yeah, but it's,
Gold
yeah.
Knocker.
Yes.
Although it's a tiny bit of a GoldenEye ripoff. That's the only.
Oh yeah, it's a love letter to the Bond, the Bourne, and also just really, really high octane '80s
But
action.
no, that those are fun. It's a fun name.
All right,
And Alan Richardson. How do you say his name?
Alan Richardson,
Thad from New Bound State.
the current, and he's the current Jack Reacher. So
But his famous role will always
he'll
be
always be that to us
Thad
on It
from
Was
New
Mooney.
Bound State.
All right.
Shout out
bless
of the week
you.
right there. No, that sounds like a fun movie. What'd you think, Eric?
I definitely feel like this.
Feel free to shit on Kosi's feelings.
No. I definitely feel like this would work. It's a lot of angles from people's best roles, and it's a lot of people that people want to see.
All right.
Definitely, it's a crowd pleaser. At least from
100%.
You probably would want a little bit more details on what the actual plot structure is going to be like. It's a little.
Should I tone down or put the foot on the gas with the racism?
You probably have to lean into the comedic elements if you wanted to keep up the Juan Pablo Escobar.
Will do. All right, guys. So I guess moving on to my next pitch then.
Like you'd have to have the guy getting pissed. It's like, oh, you mean like the cocaine dealer? No, my name is Juan. Why are you so?
Okay. All right. No, I'll writer's workshop that portion. But all right, cool. So my next one, guys. Every studio wants to have this big just movie. Well, I guess big in the sense of the idea. A24 is the biggest at that, and we need to capture that lightning in a bottle. I think I found it. So here's my pitch for an A24 movie. So we follow a disenfranchised high school English teacher with marital problems. Disenfranchised.
Disenfranchised.
Yeah, a disenfranchised high school English teacher with marital problems. He's busy raising a 16-year-old daughter. She discovers that her dad isn't having an affair, but he's actually been involved in the underground world of competitive speed walking. In doing so, the two bond and create memories and work through unresolved trauma in this dramedy from director Richard Linklater. It's called Sore Losers. It's starring Nicolas Cage as the dad, Miranda Otto as the mom, Sadie Sink from Stranger Things as the daughter, and Hong Chow as the best competitive walker in Austin. And again, directed by Richard Linklater, who directed Dazed and Confused, Boyhood, Everyone Wants Him.
Okay,
But
so
walk me through. Okay, no, go ahead, Eric. Sorry.
my one take from this is I think you should ditch Linklater. Ditch him. He's no good right now.
He's no good? Okay.
He's no good right now.
Okay.
Not for this project, kid.
Okay.
And you need to pick up somebody who can make this movie have those good comedic undertones, but
Judd
make it creepy as fuck.
So Ari Aster.
Ooh.
You gotta, dude.
What you described is what Ari Aster
If you
would do.
make something this silly actually work to be that creepy, this movie could actually like this.
Wait,
that
It's
would be.
it's supposed to be
have a
sweet.
creepy
It's
vibe?
supposed to be sweet.
Is it supposed to have a creepy vibe?
It's not really, but it's A24, and A24 gets down
See,
like that.
I like the premise, but I don't like the.
No, you have to lean into this. This has to be a speed walking cult. This has to be a thing.
Yeah, that's why
where
it could
people's
work,
feet
though.
are like bleeding and they're still like
That's-
smiling.
So you remember-
That's why it could work.
So you
though.
remember Hong Chow? Remember her from the menu, that Asian woman from the menu. So she's the best speed walker in this. So having her be kind of a weird culty speed walker
the
person.
guy-
She is the person to have as a creepy
Okay.
walkie lady.
So you like having Hong Chow in there?
Yes.
Okay.
The father or the son
They gotta
should.
lean into the creepiness. And sore losers has to be like, their legs are so sore from walking they can barely.
There's double meaning to it.
The father and the son, obviously, one of them needs to kill
It's
the other
daughter.
one.
So
Or-
Nicolas Cage
Okay.
and the redheaded girl. So from Stranger Things.
Okay,
That movie.
so one of them needs to kill each other.
No, I don't think Nick Cage.
You don't think Nick Cage would be good for Sore Losers as a dad who's trying to?
Dude, you know who would be perfect?
I thought of Bryan Cranston.
No,
but
no.
I didn't go with Cranston.
Dude, someone a tad more unhinged. Michael Shannon.
Michael Shannon trying to
I can
reconnect
see
with his
that.
daughter through speed walking
But,
with Miranda Otto as his wife.
bro, Michael Shannon can.
I was actually going to say Pedro Pascal, but that's a little.
He's
unoriginal
already
right now.
up for. Okay. So would y'all green like this, or should I go back to the writing board a little bit?
If this could be, go back to the writing board, but make this a scary movie.
So you want scary?
but keep the speed walking premise.
Not scary, creepy.
So you
yeah,
want
there you go.
creepy.
Yeah, creepy and unsettling.
I love the idea of the speedwalkers being a cult or having culty angle to them. I like that a lot.
You legit have to have somebody
I
like,
like that a lot.
falling down and like defecating and like stuff from like the exhaustion, and they're just like still smiling and like
or just how like self-help or like these health groups kind of do feel culty and they help your life, but at what cost? I like that. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll definitely workshop this. All right, guys. So last one, guys. Horror's in. It's cheap to make with huge returns. 2022 was one of the biggest years of horror. We had Smile, we had Barbarian, we had Scream 6. So I have my own horror movie. So here's my premise. So a father and his adopted daughter, they're on a hike. and then they're stalked by an aggressively territorial grizzly bear. After an attack that claims their companion and also gravely, seriously injures the dad, they're in a race against time to either get help and survive. This is a throwback to animal survival movies like Cujo, also 2019's Crawl. It's like a throwback to like animal horror, The Gray. So, and this movie is called Grizzly, Grisly. It stars Zendaya as the daughter, J.K. Simmons as her dad, Ben Mendelsohn as their.
So like,
who's the bear?
Are we gonna make it race mixed? Are we gonna say the Zendaya's mom was
Yeah, in the beginning I said she's adopted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then Ben Mendelsohn as their friend, and then Octavia Spencer is the emergency operator who's trying to help them, and it's directed by Fede Alvarez, who directed Don't Breathe and Evil Dead 2013. It's called Grizzly. It's a animal attack horror movie survival.
I feel like we gotta have Liam Neeson involved.
I think
somewhere.
Okay, hear me out.
How many wolf movies did he do? At least two, right?
He did one. I think he did one.
I swear to God, he did two. There was one with Alec Baldwin, like an old one.
Maybe.
For what?
Didn't he do a movie with Alec Baldwin and
Liam Neeson, the wolf? Oh, maybe.
At least it was. I don't know if it was a wolf, but it was like out in like the polar area. Maybe I'm crazy.
Okay, I'll look it up. Don't worry. I'm sorry. What were you gonna say here? I'll look it up for you.
What if we
I can
had okay? So let's replace Ben Mendelsohn's character with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, a big star.
We'll have him get mauled by the bear,
Because someone has to die.
and then they'll leave him for dead, and the movie will be about Leonardo coming back to murder the family. So we pivot to Leo. I think that could work. He might even win an Academy Award for that shit.
Eric, did you just...
Oh, man.
No, the reason why, because I think slashers are kind of going out, but everyone is scared of nature, and especially animals. Cocaine Bear kind of made it so that like bears can be both cute and cuddly, but they're horrifying. So what if we kind of dialed that to 11 and made the monster, really territorial grizzly bear? Don't want to come across that. Yeah. So are y'all leaning more towards writer's block? Take it back, writer's room, or do you want to agree?
No, I think there's nothing really special that needs to come from an animal terror movie. All you need is good, like action of the, you know what I'm saying? Like there doesn't need to be a whole lot of like good dialogue. Or you know what I'm saying? So
it's all the tension and
I feel like as long as you have the scenes where the animal is on camera, good, then yeah.
Also, I wasn't entirely crazy. It wasn't Alec Baldwin. It was Alec Baldwin. It was what's this guy named? The guy Hannibal Lecter.
Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins.
Okay.
It was a movie called The Edge, and they were being chased by
Edge.
a big bear in the wilderness, not wolves.
Okay.
But it had that kind of similar vibe of like this winter survival.
Yeah. I remember
to be in the winter, like a polar area, right?
Yeah.
That always makes it a little more intense. The animal survivor.
Okay.
Movies.
Dude, we should make.
I like the A24 idea the best though.
We should make a movie where two actors are voicing over bears, and the bears are trying to survive from hunters throughout.
Like a Tucker and Dale, but with bears
like,
almost.
bro,
Okay, I love that.
Come on, man. That's gotta be a Yogi Bear movie, right?
But for real kind of Yogi Bear.
I need to see Yogi
Just
Bear and
take whatever you have and
Babu.
No, it's Boo Boo.
take whatever you have and flip the dynamics. Okay. The bears are the good guys. The humans are the bad guys.
Whenever a Yogi Bear gets public domain, that's a movie somebody has to make.
Dude, somebody already made a Winnie the Pooh slasher film.
Yeah, we saw that already. That was terrible.
See, guys.
There's no way that was going to be good.
Yeah. See, guys, we have all the answers, and we know how to save Hollywood. So, guys, I think we have something going here.
Hey, I don't know about you, Eric, but I think it's got to be the A24 movie is the big winner, right?
Dude, that one is weird enough to just fucking link up with some people, and it's gonna like that's one of those movies that you go see because it's A24 and because it has Ari Aster, and then you're like,
Sore losers,
oh, I need
yeah.
to tell everyone about this because of how fucking creepy it was.
Yeah.
That's how Hereditary won people over.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was word of mouth,
Yeah,
man.
definitely word of mouth.
Lighthouse, all these movies. It's
God, I like Ari Aster way more than Roger Eggers.
that's
Robert
fair.
Eggers,
Robert Eggers.
Robert Eggers has a better
The
eye.
Witch was a great
Yeah,
movie.
he has a better eye for like composing shots and just set design. But I like how Ari tells his stories. It's
Who
so
did
it's tough.
Midsommar?
Midsummer was Ari Aster.
Ari
yeah.
Aster. Hey, man, when we're not doing this podcast, we need to talk about Beau is Afraid.
Man,
Because I never talked to you about that.
man,
movie, dude.
yeah.
I saw it like 4 times, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So-
but that was it. Thanks for playing. Pitch,
was good.
Please. Thanks for playing, guys. Thank you.
That was good. I'm glad I could bring some help to the table.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's the new hot idea on Hollywood, guys.
So what we got next, Juan?
So next is another new segment, another
Man,
hopefully creative little idea.
we are
So
blessed
this
them
is just
today.
the first part of the segment. Basically, it's called One Shot.
One opportunity.
One Shot, the idea behind it is that we're going to spin a Wheel of Fortune style. Obviously, you can't see it, but you might be able to hear it. We have it here spinning for us. And all through the wheel, we have different streaming services. So we have stuff like Starz, Showtime, Tubi. The wheel was a little big, so we had to get flexible with some of the streaming
Crackle.
services. Crackle. On obviously the big ones. Disney, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon
I
Prime.
don't have 10 of these.
So Eric's not going to be a part of this. No, okay. So look, our idea is basically everybody's already watched a lot of the big shows. Everybody knows stuff like Silo on Apple TV
Or
or
Friends.
Squid Game. They've watched Friends. You don't need us to hype those shows for you. Everybody's watched Shogun, Fallout. The intention with it's not necessarily no-name shows, but it can be new shows. It can be slightly off-kilter shows. More importantly, shows that you're not likely to have seen. And it's pretty random. We roll first for streaming service, and then we do a second roll for genre. Right? So we have kind of a double randomness. Afterwards, we go in. We go into a streaming service. We go by the genre, and we try to pick something that lives up to those rules. That pretty much it, Kaosi?
I think, yeah, you definitely summed that up. So let's go with the first spin.
Yeah, so we'll watch it this week and kind of give you guys a review next week. Has one shot to impress us or to let us know it's not
That's
worth
a
your time to
lot
see.
because, man, there's a lot of shows where the pilot isn't that great. And then I watch the rest of it, and I'm like,
got one
"Whoa,
opportunity
that was
to
great.
impress
That was
us.
That's
really good."
fair. That is a critique of this method, but you can't watch
You can't
everything.
do it all. Yeah,
you can't watch
yeah.
everything.
No, I know,
right?
I know.
And these are kind of random shows. These aren't the big shows that word of mouth is already telling you to watch. This is kind of, we all know Netflix and all these other places make hundreds of shows. Not everybody can have the time to watch. So hopefully we can get some shine to a little bit under
I mean,
the radar
the good
shows.
news is usually the first episode is what they're given to pull people
Yeah,
in.
Yes.
So
it
that's-
usually encompasses the show. So
there
yes.
is there are two sides to that.
Yes.
So do you want to let's do the honors.
Let's do the honors, Kosi.
All right, and for the first spin to figure out what streaming service we're going to watch it on. Around and around
How
it
mad would your
goes.
viewers be if they realized it was just a clicker noise and there's no wheel? No, I'm kidding.
MGM. Plus.
MGM Plus,
MGM Plus.
which
Whoa.
I definitely still have. So thank goodness we have that one. All right.
Everybody's stealing Kosi's login.
Now, next, we're going to now spin for the genre on MGM Plus. So we have the streamer. Now we're going to pick the genre of show.
It is a comedy.
MGM Plus comedy.
All right. So Eric now we found out what streaming service it is and the genre. Eric will now do us the honors of making the very first pick of One Shot. So Eric, take it away.
Dude, I'm looking
No
up
pressure.
the shows, and I'm going to see.
Heart of the cards.
Or the cards guide me.
So I'm like pulling up the list.
Yeah, guys, Eric is actually pulling up the list.
I'm doing this live.
He's doing this for you guys, so we thank Eric.
Does MGM Plus have TV shows?
Yeah, MGM Plus has like regular TV and
Hey,
whatnot.
could I use your laptop? I don't have any service here.
Oh yeah.
Damn it, Eric.
Here, I'm just gonna come over to your side because I don't need to talk while I'm choosing.
Oh, you're good. Actually, bear with us, listeners. We're currently trying to pull up this.
Oh, you have it on your phone.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Oh. Okay, cool.
and once again, I think what's cool about this is we're gonna give some love to just shows that nobody would have even like given a second chance to. I think with this one, what we'll do is definitely watch the first show, and then next week on this next show, we're gonna give you guys our opinion and what we thought of this show that we're gonna pick, this MGM Plus comedy. So, really want you guys to, if you can watch along with us, please do.
Dude, there are not a lot of comedies on MGM.
Okay, in that case, then I'm gonna pull an audible. I'm gonna just respin because MGM Plus is does not have.
all like Condor.
There's a show called Bridge and Tunnel that's supposedly...
Is that a comedy?
Yes.
I could spin again for a genre.
No. If it's Bridge and Tunnel, it's
Bridge and Tunnel. Is it
I'm trying to make
is it considered a comedy at MGM?
I'm trying to see if it's...
Let me look it up on here.
Okay.
Bridge
and Tunnel. Pulled up MGM comedies.
Okay.
It seems like it's or unprotected sets. Stand-up comics on the verge of breaking out.
Unprotected what?
Unprotected sets. Kind of like unprotected sex.
Set. Okay.
Like a comedy set.
That actually sounds pretty good.
This dramedy series. Okay, yeah.
Okay. I like it.
Set in the 1980s.
All right, so Bridge and Tunnel.
So Bridge and Tunnel? Okay.
Seems to be the pick.
Okay, so this show is about set in 1980s, revolves around a group of college grads setting out to pursue their dreams in Manhattan while still clinging to their familiarity of their working class Long Island hometown. All right, so you heard it here, guys. It was Mooney listeners. So we are going to be watching MGM Plus's Bridge and Tunnel, and next week on our next week's show, we're going to let you know if it got our one shot or not. So
if it's
stay
one
with
shot,
us. One opportunity.
Oh my God.
Yes, Eric. We finally said
we had to be corny, bro. We're in our 30s.
But Eric, thank you very much for making the first inaugural pick of One Shot.
Dude, absolutely. You guys will need to tell me how it is because I won't be there.
Oh yes, we'll definitely
just
tell you.
Let me know.
We'll let you know, bro.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
So I think it's time for Plug of the Week. So anyways,
All right.
as always, we're going to let our guest go first. Eric, what's your plug this week?
We were talking about it, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it because I didn't think I had anything else lined up. George Clooney's Michael Clayton.
Ooh, okay.
It's a movie about a fixer for a firm who's one of their clients goes AWOL and wants to start whistleblowing, and they send George Clooney on him. It came out when I was a child. And it was a very popular movie. It was nominated for a lot of Oscars, but I never understood it when I watched it in high school. I was like, this is too dramatic. But I watched it less than 5 years ago, and I loved it. I thought it was a great film. I think you would enjoy it a lot, Juan. So,
I did not enjoy it when I watched it in my youth.
Yeah, no, and neither did I.
Yeah,
neither did I. That's yeah.
It was not.
It was
the movie I was expecting, I guess, to watch. So
it was too much talking, too much drama. I was like, this is boring. But as an adult, when you know what they're talking about, it's actually really, really
Yeah,
good.
I've
That's
heard
fair.
of it, but never
It did
seen
almost. I think it did. At least it got nominated for best.
Yeah, Tilda Swinton, Tom Wilkinson, R.I.P.
Tom Wilkinson.
George Clooney. He won an Oscar for that.
Yeah.
All right,
Actually.
okay.
But yeah, so that's my plug. Michael Clayton. I think it's on a streaming service somewhere.
Yeah, it says you can watch it on Showtime, Paramount Plus, or Apple TV, or buy it on Apple TV.
Okay, well there you go. There you go.
Cool.
Awesome.
Okay. Mine was another one we kind of referenced a little bit earlier. Ray Donovan. At least season 1 and even season 2. But season 1 in particular.
No. Sorry. I watched this recently, and the entire show is great, and the movie brings a lot of closure.
Okay, I did drop off a bit about season 3, I think.
It's phenomenal throughout.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's Liev Schreiber, right?
Yeah.
I've seen the poster for it.
The best role that John Voight has ever done in my book.
John Voight.
John Voight was
Mickey Donovan is great.
And holy crap, he's such a piece of shit.
And
but he plays that role so.
I see Eddie
well.
Marson on here. Eddie Marson's in this show.
Who is he?
He's been in like a lot. He was in Snatch.
Show me his picture.
If you see his, he has that face. You've seen him before. Eddie Marson. This guy. Let me pull up a.
Yes, he's
Terry.
Yeah.
Terry Donovan, the guy with the shakes.
I think he was in Snatch.
Yeah, he's the brother.
Yeah, he plays a boxer because they're all from South Boston.
Okay.
He
Heavy Bostonite.
Yeah, he played. He was a fighter and he got hit in the head too many times, and now he like shakes and he's disabled, and he has a really good arc too. Yeah. Good shout out, man. That's a great fucking show.
This show is still on air? No,
it was on Showtime. I believe.
I watched it on Amazon or Paramount.
Yeah, I think it was on Showtime. It was kind of the follow up Showtime had to Dexter. Do you remember that show?
Yeah.
It was like kind of their next big show after Dexter, when Showtime was still kind of at the top of the game.
Okay.
It's a modern day Sopranos. If anybody's a fan of this of the Sopranos, the show
similar vibe.
The show is kind of on the same
similar
level.
Vibe. If it was less of a crime family and just Tony doing his thing.
Yeah, like the show should have been called The Donovans. Because it really wasn't all about Ray.
Even then, like, he was the central focus. It's a fun show. I won't spoil any of it, but there's a big twist. Season 1 is particular, and it kind of escalates from there. It's a good show. I didn't watch the movie.
You should watch the movie, actually.
I should. I probably might have to check it out again.
You should watch the movie.
So the movie and the shows are both on Showtime?
I actually watch them on Amazon.
Okay.
Because I think you can watch Showtime shows on Amazon.
So.
All right.
I believe so.
I
think Amazon, you can get like a Showtime kind of add-on.
The movie I had to buy, though. I mean, renting it was $2 and owning it was $3, so I just bought it.
Yeah.
All right.
But it was a good show for its time.
Yes, dude, good choice, man.
Kind of before the modern streaming era, like one of the last big shows.
Yeah, because that was on around the same time as Bosch, which was another really big show.
Yeah. All right, Kaosi, what's your plug?
My plug of the week is a movie. So I'm part of GoFobo. It's a little organization that allows people to see movies early. So on Monday, I was treated to a special sneak peek viewing of In a Violent Nature. It is
lucky dog.
Yeah, right.
You lucky dog.
It is a Canadian slasher film. It's written and directed by Chris Nash. So Chris Nash is like really, really new to the scene. Canadian born and bred filmmaker. He has a incredible just eye and just energy for the genre of horror. He's a horror fan like I am. So this movie got a lot of hype because when the first trailer came out at the beginning of the year, it's kind of like it's basically like if Friday the 13th was filmed like a nature documentary. So you're kind of following Jason from like the third person POV.
It's a movie from the killer's point of view.
Yeah, it's very unique. You've seen it kind of sort of done before, but this never in like a full length movie, and it's great. Fantastic performances. This is a movie that should be experienced in theaters. Definitely see it with a crowd. It's like ASMR horror. It's almost kind of
sounds, and there's gurgles,
a lot of nature sounds, a lot of
crunching
of leaves.
Man. Oh, I want to see it so bad.
The sound design is incredible. Just the cinematography, but then just the kills. The kills are what you come for, and
that's what I want to talk to you about. Everyone's talking about this thing called the yoga kill.
Yes, For my viewers, I won't.
No spoilers.
Yeah, I won't. Off air, I'll explain what I saw to you.
Yeah.
If you don't care what it is,
dude,
but I won't say
I want you to tell.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go see it, but I want you to tell me.
But in any case, I'm a person that's watched horror his whole life. I love horror movies. I've watched a lot of kills in horror movies, and nothing's ever really like. Stuff has been like, oh snap, that's amazing. But nothing has ever been like
it's creative.
Imaginative
is the word that I see all the time.
Never seen this before in terms of like the kill, and I put it up there like one of the best kills I've ever seen in a horror movie.
Question.
Yes.
I know this might be bleeding a little long, but this is a genuine question. Did you ever watch those Terrifier movies?
Yes. It's on par with Terrifier 2.
Because those were creative as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
some poor Terrifier 2. The bedroom scene in Terrifier 2 is still wins because that's just mean.
That scene is just evil.
But this one, it's the same fervor, the same energy, but really film well. It's art. So yeah, I definitely will. I recommend it in Violent Nature. It comes out in theaters. Actually, it's select theaters, so it's not out wide yet.
Doesn't it come out to Shudder tomorrow?
Yeah, it comes out to Shudder. Not yet. It comes out to Shudder in a few weeks.
Okay.
It's kind of making its rounds. It's limited release in theaters, but it'll be on Shudder soon. So I recommend it in a Violent Nature. I want to see what this guy does next.
You want to go see it in the theaters with me?
I would definitely want to go see it again.
Yeah.
I want to see this guy, what he'll do with Friday the 13th. This guy kind of proved he can do a Jason movie. I know Jason.
Yeah,
it's been in limbo.
People were saying this was an audition movie that just was a grand slam.
Yeah,
it was supposed to be like a ground roll double, and it ended up being a fucking out of the park grand slam.
Either Blumhouse or Universal should pick this man up
Eric, this is a nerd
right away.
podcast. We don't know about baseball here.
No.
It was supposed to be a good play that ended up winning people the game.
Thank you. Yeah. So
Thanks for dumbing it down for us, Eric.
So that is my plug of the week, guys. Thank you so much for listening.
Dude, about sports stuff, I saw a video today.
Yeah.
And it was Steph Curry bouncing the ball, and he accidentally found a dead space in the court because the ball went out.
Yeah.
And the caption was, "Imagine being so good at basketball when you lose your dribble, you assume it's the ground." That's so fucking true, though.
Yeah.
He went back and he found it. I was like, "Oh my fucking god, dude!"
Very true.
Like, no, the ground is wrong. My skills are too superb.
Speaking of sports, looks like the Mavs are going to the finals.
Ooh, baby!
There you go.
Man.
Theoretically,
It's-
still a tiny bit of hope for the Wolves, but not really.
It's tough
No.
being a Rockets fan, dog.
You know.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, it'll be our time soon. Yeah, but we got this though. But anyway, guys, Eric, brother,
Dude.
thanks for showing up.
Thanks for
brother.
having me, man.
Thank you.
Thanks, Juan.
And again, thank you guys, listeners, again for tuning in. Again, please like and subscribe to us on Spotify. Also, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can get access to these episodes and other content. Thank you, Wani B. Thank you, Eric. Again, thank you, listeners.
No, thank you, Kaosi.
Aw.
No one ever thanks you, so thank you.
Thank you. And
I feel like that was shaded.
yeah.
I was looking at you the entire time.
here's what I want.
I'm kidding.
And until next time, guys. Peace.
Adios.